Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And boy, oh boy, we're going to piss off a lot of people today. But before we get into this video, make sure you go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, as y'all know, we've been producing a lot more short videos and all that stuff. We've been much more active on Instagram and on other platforms. And what we've noticed is that ever since we started producing these Jordan videos and all of that stuff, and me really taking such a strong position on me feeling like Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time, and I don't think the GOAT debate is close whatsoever, it's been really triggering a lot of people. I've noticed, like, a lot of people would do, how dare you say something like that? It's absolutely ridiculous that you would say something like, who are you to say something like? People have been really getting pissed off. Now, these are my general thoughts about this thing, man. Listen, I just cannot bring myself to thinking that this thing is as close as a lot of people in the media want it to be. I just don't, man. After doing the research, after watching the footage, after seeing what I've seen, I just don't think it's close, man. I mean, I know it hurts a lot of people's souls when I say that, but I don't think it's close. Which brings me to what's going to happen this season. As y'all know, Lebron is the number 2 scorer all time in NBA history. And this season will be the season, God willing, he's healthy and everything, that he passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he will officially become the leading scorer in NBA history. And number one, that will be a huge achievement. I think it will really speak to his longevity. I think it will speak to his dedication and his focus. And I think a lot of people are going to try to use that event as a catalyst to now say that, okay, it is true. The moment has arrived that, yes, LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. A lot of people are going to say that. But then I'm going to pop up and let them know, like, yo, hold up. That is not the case. And today, basically what I want to do is pretty much explain why this is the last chance. This is the last chance LeBron has to catch Michael Jordan, and why ultimately it simply will not be enough. But before I get into that, this video is brought to you by our sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. When LeBron passes Kareem, many in the media, or at least a few in the media, some, will then try to say that it is now official that LeBron is the greatest player of all time. The people that you're going to be hearing saying that are the following. Nick Wright, who already believes he's past Jordan, which is unbelievable to me. Like, whatever. Shannon Sharp, who already believes that, which is unbelievable to me, but I think they're going to use that as ammunition, and they're going to be trying to paint the narrative that, oh, you know, he let in this, he let in that, he let in this, he let in that, he let in this. Basically, they're going to be using the longevity argument to say that, oh, this is why he's better than Jordan. But here's why it won't be enough. Here's why it won't be enough. The reason it won't be enough is this. No one has ever used the scoring title as the end all be all for who was the greatest player of all time. If that was the case, if the all-time scoring title had that much significance, then don't you think we'd be ranking other players who are higher on that scoring list? Don't you think they'll be ranked higher? For an example, Karl Malone. When was the last time you heard of Karl Malone in anybody's top 10? When was the last time you heard anyone mention Karl Malone in their top? No one does it. Is Karl Malone not a great player? Of course he is. Is Karl Malone not a top 75 player? Of course he is. But no one is saying that just because he did that, then all of a sudden now he's a top 10 NBA player. No. But he was number 2 before LeBron passed him, right? That's the first thing. Obviously, it means that people are going to be looking at other things as well. When LeBron passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, what it will mean is that LeBron passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's all it will mean. It will not mean that he's all of a sudden better than Michael Jordan. I'll tell you why. The reason he would not be better than Michael Jordan is simply because of this. Number one, Michael Jordan will still remain the better player. That's number one. Number two, if Michael Jordan decided that, okay, I wanted to get that record, he could have. But MJ, I just recently read this morning, was a firm believer in number one. I think Jordan believed that you should go to college, I believe, for like a year or two. And I think he said you should go into the pros when you're 20. So Jordan believed in going to college. If Jordan came out of high school, like, how many more points do you think Jordan would have? He's already number 4, if I'm not mistaken. I think the top 5 is I think he may be number 5. I think for sure I know it's Kobe's number 4, Karl Malone is 3, LeBron is 2, which means that Jordan is 5, right? Jordan is 5. Yeah, Jordan is 5. Imagine if Jordan came out of high school and decided, you know what, I'm going to play from high school. Just think about how many more points he would have. But that's not the point. Anybody that has evaluated these two players will tell you this for free. Michael Jordan was by far the most superior defender. It's not up for discussion. It's not up for debate. It's not up for anything. We're not conversing about this. He was a more elite offensive player. He was almost as good as a playmaker, but LeBron has the edge on him. He's by far the more clutch player. Again, people keep talking about being clutch. They're only talking about playoff buzzer beaters. Let's look at career buzzer. Who has the most buzzer beater? Like, cut it out. Nobody in their right mind. No basketball fan, unless you're absolutely delusional and you cannot figure out where the stop button is to turn off that music so you can stop twerking for a little bit, would say that they would want LeBron to take a game-winning shot on a game-winning scenario and take him over. Nobody would say that. Nobody. Your heart would be at absolute peace if Jordan had the ball. With LeBron had the ball, you knew something crazy could happen. He could pass it off to George Hill or do some craziness. Nobody would say that, number one. So nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. He's a more clutch basketball player. He played in an NBA in a tougher era. So it's not like as if LeBron he didn't play in the Cupcake East like LeBron played in, and you can go look at the record. So that's why this is why this argument is frustrating. Because when he passes Kareem, it's going to bring up a lot of idiotic, uninformed positions. There's some people out there, believe it or not, that truly believe that LeBron faced tougher competition in his career than Michael. There are people out there that really believe that. There are people that have not heard of the word Google. They haven't. They don't know that Jordan has played. Jordan's record, I believe, against 50 plus wins teams, I think is 20-7. 20-7. What's LeBron's record against 50 plus win teams in the playoff? 10-9. They don't know that this guy was playing a lot of garbage teams. They don't know that. But in their mind, but who played more they have no idea, these people. They have no idea that no one has had more help. No one has had as much help as LeBron in the history of basketball. Nobody has had more help. Nobody. And if they feel, for the guys that believe, okay, if you pass Kareem, let me ask y'all a question, man. If y'all believe, because we're going to have some questions, because there are going to be some of us that are going to be pushing back. This is the first question I got for you guys. If you believe that Kareem, by him passing Kareem, makes him better than Jordan, and you believe that he's better than Jordan, then why hasn't LeBron been able to three-peat not one time in his NBA career? Why hasn't the player you believe is better than this guy not been able to three-peat at least once? Jordan did it twice. 2 of the last 3 in the past 25 years or so belong to Jordan. Why is that? Why? Why hasn't he been able to three-peat? Why is it that Jordan only lost one playoff series when he played with at least one All-Star? What's your excuse there? What's the reason? So to me, I think it will be an absolute entire joke for them to say this. So this is my opinion, but y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. That debate is coming. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.